Hey everyone, it's Matt Frazier, the psychic medium. Come on in. I have some secrets to share with you, and that is what really happens during a psychic reading. Have you ever wondered what it's really like to speak to the dead? Well, I want to come on to talk to you about this because what's so amazing is that being a psychic medium is really like being a translator. It's going and taking everything that your loved ones show me through visions, through feelings, through intense sensations and sharing them with all of you in a format that you're able to understand. But what's really crazy about the readings that I do is that when souls come through, there's a reason why your loved ones want to speak to you. Sometimes it's that they didn't get to say goodbye. Sometimes there were words that were left that were unsaid. Sometimes your loved ones see that you're going through grief and pain and hurt, and your loved ones just want to show you and explain to you that they're okay and that they truly made it to the other side. But what's crazy is being a medium. I also want to share with you that I don't know anything about your life. I know absolutely nothing. And what I mean by that is that it's not until I talk to your loved ones in spirit that I actually know things. And here's the reason why. The moment that I connect with you and I connect with someone that you love, like a grandmother, a father, a son, or a daughter, your loved ones start to come through and they'll start to tell me things about you. They'll start to tell me about, certain names and dates and places that were important to you and important to them. Your loved ones will come through and share with me certain visions and memories that they had with you here in this world. And what's crazy is that what I hear is I'll hear things like this. Okay, I'm the mother, I died in this way. I'm the father, I died in this way. Sometimes I won't even hear a soul identify themselves. They'll just say, I pass it this way. I'm trying to reach my family. Or Matt, you need to let my family know that I'm okay. I took my life. And it's crazy because all the messages get overwhelming sometimes because I have to figure out where they go and where they lead. And I'm sharing this with all of you. And by the way, how many of you are here live with me right now? I see Simone is here on YouTube. I see Julie Butler is here. I also see that Crystal is here as well. Oh my gosh, she's in Pensacola and it's 36 degrees. That's crazy. Well, what I want you to know is this. The way that spirit communicates is different because every soul has a different way of communicating with us, speaking with us, and talking with us because every soul has their own personality. And sometimes souls come through with super long messages that we need to hear and that really need to hit home with us. Sometimes the messages are short and simple. And sometimes what I love so much is that different souls will come through all at the same time to reach their family. So I want to let you know this because I just got done doing a live online group reading where I got to meet so many of you. And it was funny because one of the readings that I did for a family who had lost their fathers. It was three people. There was a mother and her two daughters. They both had different fathers. And it was so overwhelming me in the beginning because I had, the mother's mom coming through. I had the two fathers coming through and I didn't even know where to begin. But I want you to take a look at this reading. I just got done doing these readings. If you guys haven't heard, every month I do online group readings where you can come and join me. It's $22. And during these online reading events, I pull up family after family after family. I do as many readings as possible. And a lot of people ask me, how do you choose who gets a reading during an online group reading? Well, you will be surprised to know that I'm not the one that's picking the people. I'm not like, okay, first Donna, then Kathy, then after Kathy, we're going to Joe, right? It doesn't work that way. What actually happens is that when I'm doing a reading, your loved ones in spirit will start to call out to me. They'll be like, Matt, I'm Joe's mother. I need to tell him that I'm okay. He's going through deep grief and pain. Matt, I'm Susan's son. I died in this way. Can you please find my mom? Can you please let her know this? So as much as you're looking to connect with the spirit world is also looking to connect with you. And it's crazy because I have all these, I'm trying to talk to the living and the dead at the same time. But I want to show you what happens sometimes when a family attends an online reading because all the souls are together in one place in heaven. And what's so beautiful is during a group reading, they all come through at once. Take a look at what happened. This happened this afternoon during this afternoon's online reading. This family was left floored. 3 different messages, 3 different souls, 3 different personalities, and take a look at how vastly different these messages were. And what I love about this, sorry, before I show it to you, is you're going to notice during this reading how when I connect with the souls, I feel them. So a lot of times when I'm talking to your loved ones, I actually take on their personality as they're speaking through me. You ready? Take a look. Hi, where are you guys from?
Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
Where are you? Toronto?
Yeah.
Were you guys at my show? I just got back from Toronto.
I wish we were.
We wish we were.
Oh, that's all right. Well, listen, I'm glad that you're here online. First of all, there's a couple different souls that are here. So first of all, right away, I keep hearing I'm the father, because right away I keep hearing about the father that had passed. He's stepping
We all
forward.
lost our fathers.
We all did.
Oh, I know. Wait a minute. But are you two sisters?
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad is here. Your father's here on the other side.
Who?
The sisters. He keeps telling me the sisters. So
we have different fathers.
Wait a minute. You two have different fathers.
Yes.
But are you sisters here in the physical?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait a minute. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. That's my fault. So wait a minute. You really are making it hard on me. Hold on. Because I don't just have them. I also have, so who's Zoe? Okay, so you're Zoe. Okay, so your dad's first. And then is this your mom right here?
Yes.
Okay. So you also have your mother. Your mom also departed as well? She's also here right behind you. So know that she's here. The girls' dads are here. I also have a friggin' dog that's here that passed. I don't even know where the hell to begin. I'm about to send you out of this online reading because they're all overwhelming me right now. And I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? How are we going to do this? Okay. So, Zoe, and then what's your sister's name?
Danielle.
Okay, Danielle. I'm actually going to start with you because your dad is the most mouthy on the other side. So we're going to start with him because he's yelling at me. And if I don't make him stop, I'm not going to be able to like focus on this reading because you guys going to know, right? I pretend like I run the show, but it's your loved ones who do. And I can't tell like one soul to stop talking and another one to begin. They don't listen to me. So I'm going to start with you, Danielle, because right away your dad's here. He can't believe that he made it to the afterlife, by the way, when I'm connecting with him.
That sounds like him.
That sounds like
your dad was like the biggest doubter here in this world. Like he doubted everything. He doubted the afterlife. He doubted like religion. He was like one of the people like here in this world. He was like just a skeptic about everything. Everything. Like, he was the type of person who would think like, oh, the lottery's fixed. Oh yeah, I don't believe that. Oh, I don't believe that she actually married him because she loved him. Like that's just how your dad was. Like he was always like
that's
my
dad.
And even when I'm connecting with him, like he's got such a funny personality because he's like sitting back like this, and he's like,
yeah, the boss.
He goes, Matt, I'll believe it when I see it. Tell my girls I'll believe it when I see it. And then it's funny because when I'm connecting with him, Danielle, he shows me that, you know, your dad loved you so much, but it was really hard for him to show his love through words. He showed his love through other ways, and your dad was super critical of you here in this world. That's just who he was. He put a lot of pressure on you, and he says to me, it's because I loved you so much. He says, I wanted you to be independent. I wanted you to be strong. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because I see your father sitting back. He's just like this in heaven. And he shows me like everything was like a challenge. Like he tells me like it was really hard for you even growing up and like trying to like introduce him to like boys and different people. Because like your dad didn't want to meet your boyfriends. He didn't want to know who you were dating. Like that's just how he was. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And he says to me, Matt, he goes, I want my daughter to know that I was so protective of her. I loved her so much. And that has never changed. He says, and know that what's so beautiful about your father is he shows me that he had this approach within your life where even though at times he was in the background, it wasn't because he didn't see all that you were doing or didn't appreciate all that you were doing or wasn't invested. He says he just didn't want you to have to rely on him. He says, I wanted her to make her own way through life. And if she needed me, she needed me. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
So know that he's here because your dad also needs to tell you some words that he didn't get to tell you here in this world. And that is how incredibly happy he is for you and how incredibly proud he is of you. Because your dad tells me that every single day that you just have this can-do attitude and you and your father are like polar opposites. Your dad was always the one that's like, I'll wait for it to happen. Oh, I don't believe that. Oh, I'm not sure. And you're always the one that's like, yo, we're going to do this, 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 and this. I'm going to make this happen and that. And your dad tells me that you've always been like the rainmaker here in this world. But to the point where your dad also tells me that he's sorry for all that you had to see with his passing. When I'm connecting with his soul, your dad tells me there was a lot that was going on in his body that he didn't share with you. There was a lot that he kept hidden. And when I'm speaking to this man, I feel him. And he shows me this man did not feel good for, you know, the past few years of his life, but wouldn't talk about it and wouldn't speak about it. Yeah. I also just heard, and this is weird, when I'm connecting with him, I keep hearing a gurgling. How do you connect with the gurgling? It's like this, almost like this phlegmy cough, or like this. I feel like a like that. And I feel this gurgling right in through here.
He was a smoker. He did smoke
Every time you smoke.
marijuana. I mean, I know that he did kind of started filling up with fluid towards the end. He was just shutting down completely.
That would be what it is. All I keep feeling is this gurgling, and I can't get it out. It's like this fluid that's right here. And it's like I said, it almost feels like a bubbling with me. He says, I want my daughter to know that I'm sorry that she had to see me in this way. Because you saw your dad being so tough, being so strong, being so,
Yeah, he was so tough.
Yeah.
And then
So-
he shows me, like, at the end of his life, you're like, I don't even recognize this person. It's like he's completely different.
Yeah.
Your dad said to me this. He says, know that when you
to see him.
he says, know that when you go back through old pictures, old memories, I want you to remember the old me, because that's who I truly am. And he's bringing that up.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. Your dad is also, when I tell you he was tough, he's also telling me, like, he did not want to take medications, or he did not want to take certain treatments before he died. Like, this man really, like, unless they actually forced it down his throat, he did not want to take it. Like, he was so into doing this himself, and he's telling me that.
Stubborn old ox.
That would be why. And also, Zoe, your dad's also here. Although I got to tell you, this was a very different type of passing when I'm connecting with him. Because when I'm speaking to your father, he's telling me, I thought I was going to get better. I thought I was going to get better. He just talked about treatments with me and him going through treatments here in this world. And he said to me that what was really tough is your dad shows me him getting sick. You thought he was getting better, and then it's like he got sick all over again. And he talks about this hitting him hard and fast at the very end. And your dad just said to me, can you thank my daughter for staying with me, for not leaving me?
You did.
And I literally see people, I don't know if it was your mom or who it was, like trying to pull you away, being like, you need to get some sleep. Like, you need to get away. Like, you need to go and like get out of the room for just 5 minutes. Just leave.
Everybody.
He said to me that literally you stayed by his side and you showed your father what true love really was. He said to me, Matt, he says, I want to let my daughter know that I was so afraid to leave her, because he shows me that not only were you on the side of him, but he heard you crying, talking to him, holding on to him. He says, and Matt, he says, that was the hardest goodbye that I had ever had to make within my life.
I was supposed to leave with him that night, and he told me to stay. He said, Zoe, you're not coming. I'm leaving, but you can't come. And we got the phone call the following morning, and he put me to bed. And I was going through a rough time too. We both were together, and I was by his side for like 2 years before he passed away, before he left that night.
He says to me this. He says to me that what he wants you to know is at the end of his life, he says that was the hardest goodbye I ever had to make, because he wasn't worried about himself. He was worried about you. He was worried about you. And he said to me, the reason why is this. Throughout your life, can I tell you everything?
Yeah,
I want to be completely honest with you in what he tells me. He tells me that you had gone through your entire life, and there were certain opportunities you didn't take. There were certain things you didn't do.
So many.
Because of your dad. And what I need you to understand is your dad said to me, I need her to start living life for her. There's more to life than just me. And your dad said to me that even though you're separated with death, your dad said to me, I'm able to watch over her now. And your dad said to me, for a while after his passing, you felt so lost, because here you were just worried about him, taking care of him, and now having to actually live your life for you and not worrying about him.
Yeah.
He says to me, now is the time that I want to see you enjoy every moment.
I will.
So know these things, he's acknowledging that. I'm also hearing of the tattoo. Did you get a tattoo in memory of him?
I haven't yet, but I have it. It's actually, he drew it.
We just talked.
And yeah, I'm getting it. He drew it. He wrote, he drew. He was an artist, and he never fell through with it. He did it for his own personal things, and there's that tattoo, his actual, like the original. I'm trying to get it back from his wife, and she's giving me a hard time.
You will get
Me
it.
and her-
You will get it.
Okay.
Don't even
I
worry.
want
about
the
it. You will get
original.
it.
I don't want a photocopy, and that's what I want, because it's a bunch of lines, but if you turn it upside down, it reads life.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The picture is really cool.
You will get it. I will tell you that.
Thank you.
And I got to come to your mom really quick. Please know that your mother's also here. She's got a simple message too, but she just said to me, let my daughter know I'm not upset with her. I'm not upset with her. And she needs you to know that, because she knows that there was arguments and fights before she left this world. She wants to apologize to you. She just said to me, I just wanted her to know I'm not mad at her. I'm not upset with her, and I'm sorry. Is this your first time being here?
We were here yesterday.
That's crazy. You were here yesterday. Didn't get a message. You decided to attend today.
At the
did say her
beginning
name.
of everything, you said my mom's name, but then that was it. And we were like,
You
oh,
said
no.
her mother was here.
You said
And
Jennifer
her dad.
and her mother and dad are here, and you looked a little overwhelmed. But I'm like, we got to come back. We got to come back.
Listen, this is what I tell people, right? Is that sometimes what happens is I see souls with everybody, but not all the time souls are ready to speak. So the fact that you're all here right now and today, right? Sometimes souls will let other souls come through, or however they do. I don't know why they sometimes they choose to do what they do, but I know that you had to be here today. I'm glad that you decided to attend again.
Yes, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You're so
So much,
welcome.
Matt.
Thank you. And also at the same time, Christy, did you lose your mom? I keep hearing I'm the mother. Right away when I'm connecting on that side of the screen, there's this mother that's here. She will not leave me alone. It's gonna be with you. Was that your mom that passed?
Yes, it is. It's our
Notice
mom.
she's here. Who are you here with?
This is my sister, Leslie.
Oh, perfect. I'm so glad you guys had. No wonder why. Because when I was connecting, this woman was running back and forth, and she's like, Matt, I'm the mother. Talk to me. And by the way, what the frig is, first of all, where are you from before I even get into the reading?
Appling, Georgia, right above Augusta, where the Masters are. But we were
Good.
We were both born in Tennessee.
Perfect. Well, listen, I'm glad that you're here and with me. The moment we're losing you just a little bit. But the moment I'm connecting with your mother, it's weird. I keep smelling. What the hell was with mothballs? Did she use mothballs in her house?
Grandma did. Her mom did.
But wait a minute. I'm seeing mothballs, and I actually specifically I see them in like a trunk. How do you connect with like the trunk and like the blankets? I keep seeing like either crochet. They look like crocheted blankets and crocheted things.
Well,
The cedar chest.
Yeah, there's a cedar chest full of quilts.
And you still have those.
Yeah, we have some of them. Yes.
That's crazy.
And we buried her in one of them.
Shut the hell up. No wonder why. Because when I'm connecting, you gotta know, all I keep smelling is mothballs. So if she had like that chest filled with mothballs and the quilt, and then you buried her with that, hello, pay attention. That's crazy right now. Because when I'm connecting, all I keep smelling is the smell. And she keeps talking about the quilts. So that's your mom's way. Oh, I just got the chills of validating the fact that you buried her with that blanket, right? And you kept some for yourself. She wants to thank you so much for that. I'm also hearing, I have to say, Kathy. Does Kathy or Catherine?
Catherine, that's my granddaughter.
Perfect. She's also telling me about watching over your granddaughter as well, because she keeps telling me, Catherine. I know about Catherine. She's telling me this. She's also telling me from the other side that one of the things that's so beautiful is that your mom just wants to let you know in the spirit world that she has all of her memories back. Because before she died, she's telling me that there started to be issues with her head and her remembering before her passing. You guys, this what just happened a few moments ago. All these readings, right? Those were just two. Those were just, two of the readings that out of many that were done this afternoon during today's online reading event. And this is how the souls communicate. It's that literally when I'm live with you guys, it's like, okay, you need to talk to them. I'm their mother. Okay, you need to talk to them. I'm their son. Okay, you need to talk to them. I'm this person. And what's so crazy is that during these online readings, I never know who's going to come through, who's going to speak, and who needs to connect. And what's so beautiful is that with every reading, the messages are completely different. The messages are so healing. And they give us a lot. They show us what it's like to connect with spirit. They show us that our loved ones are with us every day. And they also show us that your loved ones never forget a thing. They have all of their memories on the other side. There's only one difference. They're not sick anymore, and they're able to be part of your life. So if you missed out on today's online reading, you missed out on a lot. But I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that there's 2 ways to get a reading with me. Here's the first. I am coming back on tour next week. I'm coming to the Borgata in Atlantic City. So you can come and meet me live in person at the Borgata in Atlantic City next week. And then I'm coming to Foxwoods Resort Casino next week. I'll be there 2 nights in Connecticut. And then I'm heading to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Fort Myers, Florida, and Orlando, Florida. Tickets are up on my website. And then I'm coming to, in January, I'll be coming to the Wiltern in Los Angeles, where I'll be giving live readings at the Wiltern. And then I'm coming to Bensalem, Pennsylvania, to Parks Casino. All the tickets are up on meetmattfrazier.com, meetmattfrazier.com. But I also want to let you know one thing. This is really sad. There are only 2 more online readings left with me. 2 more. December 28th and December 29th. These are my last 2 online readings for the year. So if you missed out on hearing a message today, if you want to connect with me live online, there's one thing that you need to do. Head to meetmattfrazier.com and reserve your spot. It's only $22 to attend an online reading. And what I want you to know is that it's so much more than just the individual readings. It's being part of that experience, understanding how your loved ones come through, why your loved ones come through, and also at the same time, giving your loved ones the opportunity to reach you in the most special way. So if you've been wanting to hear a message from a loved one, if you've been wanting to learn more about about heaven, the afterlife, and the other side, I tried to make it affordable for everybody. It's only $22 to come and attend. Just head to meetmattfrazier.com. You guys see it? Meetmattfrazier.com. And December 28th, December 29th, come and meet me live and in person online. You can attend right from your own home. You can attend from anywhere in the world. All you need is a laptop, a tablet, or a computer. Most people just use their cell phone, and that's it. You're live and with me. So I hope to see you at the next online reading. And in the meantime, remember that your loved ones will come through to you when you least expect them, but when you most need to feel them. What's so beautiful is that they're already trying to reach you through signs. They're already trying to reach you through intense feelings, through dreams, any way that they can to get a message to you. And when you see a medium like myself, it just allows them to come through a little bit more clear, and for them to allow me to be their channel. So if you want to join me, I have a few spots left, December 28th, December 29th. They're the very last online readings for the year. All you have to do is go to meetmattfrazier.com and click on online readings. I hope to see you then.